they're kicking and screaming, they don't want to do it, you're going to have a real hard time implementing it. You made an interesting point there, because the trainings really bring it back to the people, because that's often the forgotten element, but the most important element in the whole implementation. Because unless your people, and if you've got a team especially, if the team aren't sold on the why are we implementing this software? What's the power of this? Or how is this helping me? Because if it's making their job harder, they're not going to want to implement this. So it's so important on making sure everyone's on board, because you want each individual player in your team being a champion for the software, not you trying to push and shove people along the way and trying to they're kicking and screaming, they don't want to do it. You're going to have a real hard time implementing it. So it's really important to remember that people factor and selling your people on the why.
And having the right people on board as well, that's critical. Yeah, having the key people there that are firstly there to help input and give the information that we need, to either scope or, implement the product. Because without those people, Clinton said it before, when you gave the example of one person was driving the technology, the other person was being dragged. Okay, it's having everybody on the same page. And sometimes we'll come across that. We'll come across people that are really, really unsure. Yeah. Okay, and we approach that in a different way, because they need they need confidence, they need their trust built, that what they're looking at doing is actually going to work for them, especially if they've been burnt 2 or 3 times. Mm-hmm. Those are the conversations that I used to enjoy having the most. When I was talking to the inquiries and people that were finding out about Tradiepad, is the people that had been through that process, because the only benefit to that is they come out of the other side more savvy, and so the conversations can be quite challenging, but at the end of the day, we've got nothing to hide. We'll be transparent, and we can understand what they've been through. It's now, okay, we understand what you've been through. Let's take you through the process, rebuild your trust and give you confidence that the right technology is still the way to go.